Amanda here with Homeschool Life. Welcome to our channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love the community that we've been building here and just getting to chat mom life and homeschool and just life with everybody. And today is going to be just a real simple homeschool mom chat. Kind of what has spurred this topic for me is I am running a marathon this week. So a lot of my focus this week, well, really the past several months, but the past couple weeks, getting closer to race day, a lot of my focus has been on the marathon and getting ready for it and making sure that I'm prepared and having everything I needed. And so a lot of times, you just think about what you're doing and just how it goes across all aspects of your life. And so with me getting ready to run my marathon on Sunday, I just started thinking about, my homeschool goals and like my homeschool atmosphere and things that I'm doing there. And so I thought for this little motivation mom chat, I would talk about developing your own style and picking your own shoes as a homeschool mom. I know that sounds a little bit far-fetched, but for me, in my marathon, I just started thinking about, and I can tell you about them here in a minute, all the different shoe styles that I have wore for getting ready to be trained for this. I think I've got 5 pairs of shoes here that I have worn in my training process, and I've got my shoes picked out for the race day, and just how we all don't have to have the same shoes, and we all do not have to have the same style. And so you've got to develop your own style and pick your own shoes as a homeschool mom. I've got, a couple running partners, and we've done all this training and everything together. And all 3 of us, there's 3 of us that are doing it together. We each have a different pair of shoes that we use. We all use different recovery kind of drinks. We use different, we each eat different things for breakfast that we like for our runs. Even what we wear, our preferences are different. But our end goal is the same, to finish the marathon and to run it to the best of our personal ability and to just run well. And so I was just thinking about that with homeschool, how there is so many YouTube videos out there, and there's blogs, and there's books, and there's speakers, and there's all these things. And I am so grateful for all the resources. They've been a great encouragement to me. They've given me great ideas, what to do, what not to do, or if I needed help with something to figure it out. But at the end of the day, I have to develop my own style of a homeschool mom, homeschool teacher, homeschool atmosphere. And no homeschool looks the same because all of our homes are different, our jobs are different, our kids are different, their ages are different. What our end goals might even be a little bit different, or what we emphasize might be different. And so I have tried sometimes to do things that do not work for my family. It's not the strength of mine, or my kids didn't like it, or it just didn't work with our schedule. And so I think I've been homeschooling. I'm a freshman, so I started preschool over 10 years. I have to count it up. So I've been homeschooling now for over 10 years. And so I feel a lot more confident in my own style for what works for me. So if you will teach to your strengths, teaching style to your strengths in your home, you're going to have a whole lot more joy. If you, instead of trying to get out of what you do comfortably. Lauren and I have talked about this before. We've thought about doing a YouTube video over our strengths and our weaknesses as a homeschool atmosphere or homeschool family. And as we went through talking about it, it was kind of funny. Our strengths was also our weakness. I know it sounds opposite, but typically what we were, really, really good at, that would also be part of our weakness as well. So anyways, we might do a video on that if you're interested, but I'll kind of share a little bit about my homeschool style. I would say that I am a huge, that's not a good word. I'm more of a hybrid. I used to teach in the public school. My husband works in the public school. I like school. I just finished my master's actually in December. So I like a lot of the traditional education things. But I also really love the freedom in homeschooling. I love getting to pick what we teach. I like getting to emphasize what I want to emphasize. I like getting to teach to mastery, and I like getting to teach what I think is really important. So I would say I'm a mix between your traditional school and your unit study, out of the box assignments, nature journaling type of person. I'm very big on teaching to mastery in our house. Like, people sometimes ask me about grades, and I give grades, especially now that I'm keeping credits, but everything lower than keeping credits, I don't do grades, because we do everything to mastery. For example, like, we don't move to the next math lesson until we've gotten everything right on the math lesson before. We don't move, every mistake that they make, like, we always go back and fix everything. So you could incorporate, that would be maybe more of a academic style of mine. My style is, I like to really do a lot of read alouds, focus on read alouds, and I like to focus on history discussions. History is one of my favorite things to teach in our homeschool, but it is because it interweaves into so much of your pop culture and your movies and your references and your discussions. So I have a lot of fun teaching history. For example, we just went over Shakespeare, and so being able to talk about all the words and catchphrases that originated from Shakespeare was very fun and interesting. Another part of my style in our homeschool is I'm really big on well-written pieces. I'm a very big IEW fan, and my kids do lots and lots of writing projects. IEW is awesome if you don't use it, and just the rubrics that come with it and the editing and really diving deep into that. I think I did a video about this in December. Part of the grammar that we were doing for my older kids, I kind of just stopped and then just started focusing more on good writing pieces. And it's worked really well in our family. I really like final projects. Lauren and I have our kids do final projects, public speaking and presenting. So I guess that would be like a lot of my style, like I guess that's almost traditional, but with the flexibility and freedom to teach what I think is important and to, to give the assignments that I think are relevant. I love giving video assignments, and I like giving creative type assignments. Like this week alone, my younger ones did reports, and they had poster board, and they got to do it very freely, lots of drawings, so that was really fun. So anyways, that might sound terrible to you in your homeschool, and that might not be the style you want. So that's a lot of our style and how we do things. I will say that one thing that we do not do super great in our homeschool is we are not a very musical family. So that might be part of your style that you work. So I just want to, or I guess just encourage you to have your own style, be comfortable in it, be confident in it. You know your kids the best, and you know what they, need to work on. You know what they thrive at, what they thrive at. Challenge them on it and give them more assignments in that realm, and what they need help with, be more patient with them and take it slow with them. I've got one kid that's an excellent writer. So I give them harder writing assignments to challenge them. But then I've got one not as good of a writer, but excellent at science and creativity and building and project type things. So I give them more assignments that to incorporate those things, to just be more on the challenging side. So, and then talking about morning basket or book basket, everybody does something different in it. Everybody does it a different time of day. Your schedule is going to be different than anybody. So just don't look so much to what everybody else is doing to determine what your style should be. Look to each other for ideas, but then develop your own style. And that's kind of what I want to say. So pick out your own shoes for your homeschool, just like I picked out my own shoes for my marathon, which is going to be here in 4 days. 4 days I'm running it. So if you are a runner, I'm going to share my running shoes with you. So it took me 5 shoes to go thugh this training cycle, and just like my analogy with develop your own style and pick out your own shoes, sometimes you need different shoes for different things. And in your homeschool, you need different things for different seasons. Sorry, I'm probably wearing this analogy out, but you know, we're about to come into the spring, so we're going to be doing so much more outside things. And anyways, I'll get into my spring printing in a little bit. I'll just share with you about my shoes. These shoes are my Brooks Glycerin. These are my everyday runners. Trainers is what you call them. If you need like a very good neutral solid shoe to wear, these are great for long runs, great for stability. I buy the Stealth Fit, and I would wear these 1 to 2 times a week, and I would do these sometimes on my long run. And one of the reasons that you need to wear different shoes is for injury prevention. Different shoes have different drops in them. So like these are my Ultras. These are a 0 drop shoe. The difference in your drop is the length from the heel to toe, and one of them's gonna put more stress on your hips, one's gonna put more stress on your knees, one's gonna put more stress on your ankles. So if you want to work on injury prevention, if you're running lots of miles, it's best to switch up your shoes to try to stay healthy. And just like with my analogy, your homeschool style can change from season to season, week to week, kid to kid. Like you don't have to do the same thing every single day and all the time. So these are Ultras, these are neutral. A 0 drop shoe, which they are a neutral shoe. I would always wear these at least once a week. So those are a good shoes to add in your rotation. These are my Hoka Mocs. They're very similar to the Brooks Glycerin, a little bit different in the weight. And so I would trade these out with my Brooks Glycerins a lot. And these would also be for 1 to 2 runs a week and some long runs. But again, trying to switch them out so I don't get injured. And for your homeschool style, you could switch them out so you don't get bored. Oh, I didn't put my other shoes over here. There's another pair of shoes. They're the Brooks Hyperion Tempos. They're very lightweight. Those are my speed shoe. That's the shoe that I do all my speed workouts in. So right here you've had, I guess that would be 3 shoes in my one, so that's 4, and that would be my rotation. And so my last shoe, these are going to be my marathon shoe. This is the Brooks Hyperion Max. Oh, I wish I had my speed shoes with me. They're very similar to the Hyperion Tempos, but they have more cushion, so they're better for a long run. And so this is what I'm going to run the actual marathon in on Sunday. It's a good, strong, steady shoe. But neither one of my friends are running in these. I think one's running in Sauconys and the other one is, my other friend is running in New Balance. But again, we're just picking the style that works the best for us. And it's okay to change shoes and it's okay to do things differently. And so just don't compare yourself to everybody else. Glean wisdom from others and get the good ideas, but don't feel like you have to look like them all. So I hope that Homeschool Mom Runner Chat was encouraging and helpful. And we appreciate you watching our video, and we would love it if you would subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions about anything we do in our homeschool, we love questions. Or if you have any questions about running, we also love running questions. So thank you guys so much for watching, and be confident in your style. And subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys so much.